Great. And it looks like we are live streaming. Good afternoon. My name is Tom Conoscenti, and I have been asked to serve as the public hearing officer for the City of Albany Industrial Development Agency in connection with the project which is the subject of this public hearing. Today, we are holding this public hearing to allow citizens to make a statement for the record relating to the involvement of the agency with a project for the benefit of Home Leasing LLC, a New York State limited liability corporation. Due to the novel coronavirus pandemic, the public hearing today is being conducted via the Zoom video and teleconference platform in accordance with Executive Orders 20215 and 20287 issued by Governor Cuomo. The proposed project revitalizes 6 properties located on Clinton Avenue and Arbor Hill. The proposed project includes the historic preservation of 4 vacant row homes, the adaptive reuse of a long vacant former school building, and the new construction of a 3-story mixed-use building into a total of 61 residential affordable housing units benefiting households with incomes up to 80% of the area median income. Additionally, the mixed-use building incorporates approximately 12,000 square feet of commercial space dedicated to the Albany Center for Economic Success. Copies of the notice of this public hearing are available on our website at www.albanyida.com and upon request. Now, unless there is any objection, I am going to suggest waiving the full reading of the notice of this public hearing and instead request that the full text of the notice be inserted into the record. I will also note that general information on the agency's general authority and public purpose are contained in a separate statement, and it will be entered into the record. Before we start the public hearing, I would first like to introduce the project applicant and ask them to make a brief presentation with respect to the project.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Conoscenti. This is Adam Driscoll. I'm with Home Leasing. I'm one of the development managers on our development team. And also with me today is Brett Garwood, our CEO. And Linda McFarland, I think, will be joining us with, she's the executive director for ACES, who is our partner. And just want to thank, first off, thank the board for the opportunity to consider our application. We're very excited. This is our phase 2, following up on our phase 1 project, which construction has wrapped up, and we're working on leasing actually this month, hopefully, to be at 100% leased. And as Mr. Conoscenti had mentioned, the different sites, there's 6 different sites up Clinton Avenue from 78 through 307. I can show a Google map if that helps visualize the points, or it's up.
That's okay.
Okay.
For the purposes of a public hearing, we won't have visual aids for it. It is to receive comment, would be able to do that during a regularly scheduled board or committee meeting.
Okay. So yeah, as mentioned, there's this is a pretty complicated project. There's adaptive reuse of row homes, adaptive reuse of the 163 former school, and also new construction at 236 Clinton, which would also house our commercial component with ACES.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Driscoll. I will now open this public hearing at 12:05 p.m. I will note for the record that we did not have any members of the public pre-register to speak today. If you would like to make a public comment, please hit *9 on your phone, which will alert us of your interest, and we will call on you to speak by reading the last 4 digits of your phone number. If at any time you have technical questions or issues, please call 518-434-2532, extension 14 during this public hearing, and we will assist you. Once you have been recognized to speak, please clearly state your name, address, and affiliation for the record prior to making a public comment. A record of this public hearing will be prepared and reviewed by members of the agency in connection with the proposed consideration of the proposed project. A copy of the record of this public hearing will be presented to the mayor of the city of Albany and members of the agency. Again, the purpose of this public hearing is not to field questions, but to solicit public comment on the proposed project. As a reminder, this public hearing is being streamed and recorded, and we ask that everyone mute your phone and turn off your camera unless you have been called on to speak. I would also like to note for the record that per the notice, which provided for written comments to be submitted to the agency and to be shared with the IDA board and entered into the formal record, we have received no written comments prior to the hearing today. I will now open the floor to members of the public who wish to comment on either the nature and location of the project facility or the proposed financial assistance being contemplated. And so if at this time there are no speakers that wish to speak, we are going to keep the meeting streaming live, but we'll mute everyone until either there is someone who wishes to speak or until the formal closure of the public hearing. The time now is 12:07, and we will keep this open until 12:15. Just as a reminder, if anyone wishes to speak, just please hit *9 on your phone or raise your hand through the Zoom app, and we will call on you to speak. The time now is 12:10. We will keep this open until 12:15. So the time now is 12:14. Just as a reminder, if anyone here wishes to speak, just either hit *9 or hit the raise hand button in the Zoom app. We will call on you to speak. We'll keep this open for another minute. Okay, the time now is 12:15. If there are no further comments, I will now close this public hearing.